Kathleen, Canadian mom of 5, homeschooling 3 of them if you've never been here before. Fairly new channel. This is my 3rd video, so bear with me. I wanted to share my book outlet haul. I love Book Outlet. Have used it for years, even before I started homeschooling. If you don't know them, they're at a discount store. All their books are new, but they're like overstock or have made slightly damaged or things like that. But that doesn't bother me any, so I love to get books from there. So today's haul, I've got right with me, and I'm wanting to show you. All right, let's go. So first, I got the only book that's specifically for me. This is Early: The Intimate History of Premature Birth and What It Teaches Us About Being Human by Sarah DiGregorio. I did not have any early births. All my children were on time or later. It just really interested me. I'd love to read more about it. I love reading more about pregnancy, birth, childbirth, really any nonfiction, just about. So this one was one for me. Rest for homeschooling. So in the bigger workbook type things, I have, this is not curriculum, but this is just extra stuff just in case I need filler time or we run out of curriculum or anything like that. I just needed extra stuff. So I have this, Writing Readiness, Grade 3, Ready to Learn. This is a Canadian product. And it's Pair, Reading Readiness, Grade 3, Ready to Learn Reading for Grade 3. So let's look at the reading one. It's Reading Comprehension, introduces multisyllabic words, introduces a variety of story genres, develops advanced word decoding skills. It's not very big. Like I said, it's just extra stuff. So reading and reading comprehension, things like that. So, like I said, just extra. And then I have the writing one. I'll just show you a little bit of inside. But it includes writing techniques for a variety of genres, introduces the writing process and editing techniques, and develops brainstorming and writing skills. I ordered from this a couple weeks ago, so I don't know if these things are still on. Oh, it looks like there's a certificate at the end. That's cute. But I'm sure these are available somewhere other than Book Outlet too, although for more money. For my, so that was for my Rising Grade 3. For my Rising Grade 6, I picked up the Brain Quest workbook, which includes spelling and vocabulary, language arts, reading and writing, math skills and word problems, multiplication, division, ratios, proportions, geometry, measurement, statistics, probability, algebraic thinking, social studies, and science. Now, Brain Quest is not an American company, so most likely social studies will be American social studies, but considering that's just a small portion of the book, that's not a problem for me. This is much more thick. And if you're not familiar with Brain Quest, they're very colorful. So this is an example of the literature comprehension. So there's a big thing to read, and then I assume questions to go with it. An example of some math. That was ratios and proportions. A little bit of basic starting algebra, because of course this is grade 6. And yeah, so this is American social studies. So there's around the world, which would be helpful for me because that's just generic. Then we have there's some history and stuff, which would be helpful. Thought I saw something that was American only. Oh, this is funny. Under social studies, what is the internet? Yeah, because my Rising Grade 6 has no idea what that means. I think he could explain it better than the book could. And science. Oh, and it has answers in the back, so that's helpful. So although we haven't actually used it yet, Brain Quest looks like a great book. And just an example, if you're not familiar with Book Outlet, a lot of the books have these little marks on the bottom. But that again doesn't bother me. So if you need, or like a sticker tag on it. So if you need it to be pristine, Book Outlet's not for you. But if not, and you love cheap books that aren't cheap quality, Book Outlet is great, and I will leave a link in the description for a where you can get some money off if you're new to Book Outlet, just by clicking through my link. Finally, from the big stuff, for my Rising Grade 3, I found this awesome book that she might even start in the summer just because she's so excited for it. It's the Great Big Fun Workbook for Minecrafters, an unofficial guide for Minecrafters. So this is for grades 3 and 4. Sorry, that's my dog. So let's see how big it is. One sec. Sorry about that. I'm sure he'll start barking again in a second. So as you can see, this is very big. And it has 3 things. It has math, it has cursive writing, and it has reading. We haven't yet taught cursive writing, but we're going to be starting it this September, or unless she starts in the summer. But it has lots of colorful things to do. There's some multiplication. There's some telling time. And everything is Minecraft themed or has a Minecraft picture at least. Like here's mob measurements, so you're measuring Minecraft characters. PvP showdown, so you can see Alex and Steve at the bottom there. You're trying to see who can finish first. So it says solve the equations in the column and add up the answers to determine the winner. So depending whoever has the most points is the winner. Adding and subtracting fractions with word problems. So that's an example of the math. And then the there's answers too. You can always use the answers. Sometimes you don't feel like doing the math problems just to figure out if they got it right. And then we have some fun activities. Skeleton twins. See which ones are the same. Or connect the dots. See what it is. There's a crossword puzzle. Again, everything's Minecraft themed. That's your key. Okay, and then here's an example of the cursive. Here's the letter B. Practice shows you how to do the letter B. Practice the letter B. And it's some sort of in lowercase b. It's a Minecraft word. And then if you go further in the cursive after you've learned all the letters, I think there is, oh no, it's just letters, and then there's a review. And then after the cursive, we have our little language arts reading. So here's prefixes and suffixes, for example. And just one more example, defining words by context. So again, this I'm using as if she wants to start anything in the summer, that's fine by me. But otherwise, it's just if I need a filler, maybe what I planned isn't working out, or we scrapped or ended the curriculum we decided to start, which, by the way, I will share the curriculum as it all comes into the mail. Then we'll do an unboxing of the curriculum. Yeah, so this is a great find. Before I continue, I just want to say we are a family on a budget, a very strict budget. So when I say we're going to have a curriculum home, I'm not talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars of curriculum. So if you're like me and you can't spend a lot of money or don't want to spend a lot of money on things for your family, but you need them, I'm showing you some choices that you can use that are not too expensive. All right, I got 6 more books. So a couple of these I bought for specific reasons. Some of them I just wanted to fill the cart a little more and got them. So starting next year, my rising 10th grader will be studying Shakespeare. I wanted to start with Taming of the Shrew, which I know is not necessarily a common one to start with, but I loved this one when I read Shakespeare, and we can watch some different adaptations and stuff like that. So I heard good things about these Folger Shakespeare Library versions, and that's because on one side you have the play, on the other side you have some definitions of words or topics that you might be helpful to understand. And it does that on every page. So that makes it really helpful for helping understand Shakespeare. And it even says lesson plans for this play are available at folger.edu. To receive a curriculum guide for this play, email your request to the email. So I can even get curriculum or lesson plans for it to go with it. So that's kind of awesome. So that is for my rising 10th grader. We are planning to do science as unit studies next year. So we're going to be doing dinosaurs in, I think it's September. So I got What Was the Age of the Dinosaurs. This is our first who is, who was, what was type books. And so far, I haven't read the whole thing, but I'm loving it. It's got lots of pictures. If you aren't familiar with the series, there is who is or who was for different people that are famous. And there's what was or what is or a few wheres, I think. It even has these glossy picture or photographs, I should say. So we're definitely going to read this as part of our unit study. I also purposely got, well, not purposely got, but I wanted to get a few more read-alouds for our family. So since I have an 8-year-old daughter, I figured Ramona Quimby age 8 would be good. I did end up getting more in this series for free or from little free libraries or people on Facebook. So I had to figure which one is in the right order and read them in the right order because this is not the first one. But we will get to this one. I'm sure most of you are familiar with this Beverly Cleary series. So we're definitely going to get to that one. And The Borrowers, which I remember from when I was a kid. So I definitely want to get to that at some point. Right now we're reading through the Harry Potter books. We're on book 3. So we're not starting a new read aloud until we're finished the Harry Potter books. If they can get through them, if they're not too scared or too bored by the longer books. But, I mean, it's Harry Potter. How can you get bored? Last 2 books. I picked out this one. It said, My Weird School Fast Facts Geography. 1,100 weird facts about maps, mountains, and everything in between. By Dan Gutman. Pictures by Jim Pilot. So it's a littler book. And it's got just like fun facts. The contents are what is geography and who cares anyway, planet Earth, the continents, water, mountains, deserts, and forests, the 50 United States, because of course it's an American book, and natural disasters. And so it's got black and white pictures and little like people, like this girl is supposed to be talking and then this boy is talking. So I figured this would not be for something specific, but again, if we just needed a filler or maybe our morning basket, I love the idea of morning basket. We haven't done it yet, but we're going to do it next year. It's usually considered a Christian thing, and we are mostly secular homeschoolers, although I am Christian. I don't teach Christianity, but I like I lost my train of thought. Totally lost what I was talking about. Sorry, I was talking about Morning Basket. I saw a video from This Gathered Nest, Angela from This Gathered Nest, who is pretty popular, so you've probably heard of her if you're a homeschooler. Anyways, they are not specifically secular, they are Christian, but she explained Morning Basket in the best way that you could use it in a secular way, too. That it's not necessarily just like a lot of, if you've never heard of it, by the way, Morning Basket is usually used for Bible time or Bible study. Yeah, I know. Kitty's hungry. She explained that that's just a good way to incorporate books or other subjects that you want to include that aren't part of your daily routine. I will link the video down below where she explains that so you can see, because I want to give credit where credit is due. So this could go in our morning basket where we just a couple days a week, we read a little bit from this. Or during social studies time, we could incorporate it too, whichever we decide. And the last book I got is, if you've heard of Eat, Shoots, and Leaves, this is Eat, More, Shoots, and Leaves, but this is the kids version. Why All Punctuation Marks Matter, by Lynn Truss. And I haven't read through it finally, but it just basically explains punctuation in the way that matters. So it shows here, for example, sorry, slow, comma, children crossing. And at the bottom, it says, the comma separates the two independent phrases, slow and children crossing. Or without the comma, it's slow children crossing. And without the comma, slow is an adjective that modifies children. So this makes it sound like the children are slow. They're slow children crossing. And this makes it sound like you should be going slow because children are crossing. So it shows in both in the explanation, like technical explanation, plus you can give an explanation of why we even use commas, let alone like how you use them. So this one here is a ladies, comma, lounge. So this is a lounge for ladies. And this one without the comma is ladies lounge. So this is the ladies are lounging. So it's really cute. I love it. It's going to be coming in handy. Again, not part of our language arts curriculum or literacy as it's called here, but just an extra supplement, I suppose you'd say. And again, here's another one. The kids, comma, who got ice cream, comma, were very happy. So all the kids got ice cream and they were very happy. The kids who got ice cream were very happy. So the ones that got ice cream were happy. The ones that didn't were not happy. Depends on the comma. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books for $55. So that's pretty good. And I've actually done better. The reason it cost me more this time was because I was looking for some specific books. But when I just go into the markdowns clearance section and just pick out things that I like from there, then I can spend $50 to $100 and get 10 to 20 books practically. I often get books that are $1, $2, or $3. And again, they're like in most of the time in great condition other than a little mark on the bottom. And occasionally a little bend or wrinkle. But I've very rarely gotten that. And I ordered from them 4 times last year. This is the first time this year. But I definitely want to order from them again if the budget allows. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed my video. Sorry about the cat meowing and the dog whining. And my, still getting used to how to do videos. So if you like homeschooling content, specifically from secular families, and you want to see future videos where I will be sharing actual activities you can do with the kids, and not just, but also like book hauls and curriculum reviews and things like that, especially for a family on a budget, then subscribe down below. Hit the like button, makes me feel happy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.